is that you're always there. You let me in your world and show me that you care. You understand me, you let me be me. You understand me, and I wanna let you know. You make me feel so cute. Every day I feel so cute. Yeah, you make me feel so cute. Rainbows in my hair, gonna dance everywhere. You make me feel so cute. Every day I feel so cute. Yeah, you make me feel so cute, so cute. And I wanna let you know. Stuck in those, I don't care. It's never ending, but there's hope somewhere. All that matters to me is that you're always there, checking up on me and show me that you care. You understand me, you let me be me. You understand me, and I wanna let you know. You make me feel so cute. Every day I feel so cute. Yeah, you make me feel so cute. Rainbows in my hair, gonna dance everywhere. You make me feel so cute. Every day I feel so cute. Yeah, you make me feel so cute, so cute. And I wanna let you know. Wanna feel this all night long. Cuddle up and sing this song. Wanna feel this all night long. This is where I feel I belong. Gonna have my trust in you. I'll be so lost without you. Gonna have my trust in you. And I wanna let you know. You make me feel so cute. Every day I feel so cute. Yeah, you make me feel so cute. Rainbows in my hair, gonna dance everywhere. You make me feel so cute. Every day I feel so cute. Yeah, you make me feel so cute, so cute. And I wanna let you know. And I wanna let you know.
Our backs against the wall. It seems impossible, but there's nobody else I want by my side, standing with me to take this fight through the rise and fall. With our fearless hearts, we could be ours, and we could live for 1,000 years. We could be legends if we all go down. If our time is now, we could let everyone know we were here. Be legends. We dream so colorful. Oh, we love.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another night of streaming. Tonight we are back in Assassin's Creed Rogue. As a recap on where we got to last time, we destroyed a city using an ancient artifact. And now we are coming back to the Devonport Manor in the homestead, trying to ask politely for answers. We will see how well that goes. And before we do that, I need to change some settings. Okay, that's better. I was going see through there.
Only one thing to do.
Does not appear to be on the ground floor. I heard footsteps upstairs. Nope. Those aren't doors I can get into. Oh, I'm not looking for Davenport. I'm looking for the manuscript. Okay. Rather, I'm not looking for Achilles, I'm looking for the manuscript. So it's probably in that table up there. Yep. I thought I was here looking for Achilles.
There's no turning back now.
I had such hopes for you, Shay.
Achilles. I have to do this.
And what is it you're doing exactly? Stealing from your brothers? Betraying me?
Someone must make amends.
Make amends? You have no idea what you're doing. The future of the whole continent, maybe the whole world, is tied up in that manuscript.
Perhaps. But we don't have the right to decide that future.
The right! We have the responsibility!
We are responsible for killing innocents and destroying cities. This mad grab for power. It ends now.
I will
Oh,
not
lovely.
let you destroy everything we have built!
More fun ultra-wide bugs. I gotta keep telling myself that's not actually all.
Assassins! Stop him! Stop Shay!
That's not all bugs from this game itself, but a lot of them are just because I'm playing in ultra-wide.
Take cover! Run! Run away! Oh! I need to come.
Desynchronized. Whoops. Pretty sure that's my second death of the run.
I can get him from here! Mortars! Chevalier is using mortars to stop Shay. There! Push out! I can shoot him! Help! He's getting away!
sorry, brothers, but
You won't hinder our plans. How
Okay.
could you, Shay?
this is a bit louder than I thought it would be. I will adjust the volume as soon as I'm able to, without being in the middle of a war zone. Apologies.
Let's have a word. I have a shot.
Don't you listen to reason, Shay.
You there! Stop now! He's getting away! Must I do everything here?
I will not let you run away!
You don't have much choice in the matter. Your AI is not as good as my ability to play.
That's enough!
Give back the manuscript, Shay. I'm sure Achilles.
I cannot! I will not let this happen again! All those souls lost! One more hardly matters. Shay!
Oh boy. Okay, let's adjust the volume a little. I do apologize for that. I don't feel it was this loud last time. Okay, let's see how that goes.
What is this?
A glitch in the memories. There seems to be more data. Okay, Numbskull. I can't pull you out of the chair right now. You'll just have to see this through. This is bizarre. These memories seem to take place some 20 years after the one we just saw.
Are you certain?
Positive. This means... Shay must have survived that fall.
If he is the man I believe him to be, then he has. Keep going.
The data is fragmented. This memory is incomplete. Let me see what I can do. Listen up. We need to find out what Shay's up to. This memory's gonna look a little rough, but I'm like 90% sure sequencing this memory won't kill you.
Yay! Only 90% sure. So you're 10% certain that I'm gonna die.
Numbskull. We don't know where Shay is or what he's doing there. So keep your eyes and ears open.
I want to know the reason Shay came to this place.
You heard the man. Let's move.
20 years has made it look a lot more modern. Reminding me of Assassin's Creed 2 era.
Et alors?
Here they are.
trouvé? Ouais, Benjamin Franklin est à Notre-Dame. Si on se magne, on devrait le rattraper. Arrêtez de vous branler. Allons-y.
Benjamin Franklin. That's who Shay is after.
Franklin traveled to England and France, and that guy said Notre Dame. Shay must be in Paris. Time to show me what you got.
Eliminate the threat. Protect Franklin.
Not good. Oh, you just walked into that one, mate. There we go. We're looking a bit older and worse for wear.
Somebody help!
Has been 20 years
Il ne
apparently.
nous échappera pas cette fois.
Shit!
What happened?
That's all the data we have. We can't explore this memory further. For now. Shay couldn't have died, then appeared in France 20 years later. We're missing something. Shay's memories are scattered in chunks throughout the cloud. The servers are messed up from the virus, so we can't access all of Shay's life at once.
Are you gonna pull me out to a bit of recon in the real world?
Wall and I'm busy
Yep.
with something. Why don't you go meet Otto Berg? You'll find him squatting in one of the offices.
Cool. Okay. To M.O. Bordereau. Hi, M.O. I agree that Ezio's shady character makes him unsuitable for a leading role. So maybe we can take him out together. Take him out all together and create a virtual tourism feature? Something like travel to the Italian Renaissance for a taste of fine wine, free thought, and filthy hearts, as Abstergo Entertainment shows you the true meaning of enlightenment. Attend wild parties, witness spectacles unseen for 500 years, and rub elbows with the most famous nerd the world has ever known, Leonardo da Vinci.
You know what authorized personnel only means, don't you?
And as we all probably know, hopefully, at this point, Ezio was the character from Assassin's Creed 2
Make a good first
series.
impression on someone like Berg? I'd see him sooner, not later.
Yes, yes, I know where you want me to go. There we go, that was an easy one.
Hey, boss. Calling from Germany?
Yes, I am in Essen, searching for an artifact called the Ankh of Isis. Can you tell me anything about it?
Give me a minute to fire up my machines here. Okay. Not much. There's an obscure file from the data dump scanner that mentions it. It was allegedly 14th century Germany, where an assassin named Lucas Zergberg fought a Templar offshoot called the Brothers of the Cross. Huh, how original.
That's the file that led me to this bland shit pile. Is there anything else? Anything outside of Abstergo official records?
Nobody's ever seen the thing. There's all kinds of stories about its history, from Roman Gallia, Egypt during the Middle Ages, and even a cell of modern-day assassins. Oh, and it apparently raises the dead.
Is there any evidence to support this?
None at all. You know what I think? I think this is bullshit the assassins are spreading around so that people like us waste our valuable time sniffing after it. Smells like a trap.
Agreed. Keep an eye out for new information about the Ankh. While it may not lead to an artifact, we may be able to follow the data back to some assassins.
You got it, boss. Where are you off to next?
Cuba. I'm going to excavate the observatory.
Okay.
I wouldn't make Berg wait if I were you.
Hold your horses, I'm doing stuff. I'm doing what you told me to do earlier, and I'm exploring. Okay, that one's not accessible. Maybe it's that one.
Berg kind of likes it when people are on time, you know?
Ah, shut your pie hole.
I'm bored out of my skull. But orders are orders, and my orders are to stand right here.
It's looking like that may be all I can access for now. I don't know, here's one.
You want to make a good first impression on someone like Berg? I'd see him sooner, not later.
we go. Another easy one. What do we got in this one?
Haytham Kenway remains a controversial figure for me. I have great respect for him. After all, he was the Grand Master of the Colonial Rite, charged with finding a precursor site. Haytham was cunning and ruthless, but he had a streak of emotional weakness that ultimately triggered his downfall. He lost his father when he was a child, and the British Grand Master Reginald Birch raised him to become a Templar Knight. Haytham eventually learned that his father, Edward, had been an assassin. That he chose to stay a Templar, rather than follow in his father's footsteps, indicates to me that he believed he was already on the right path. When Haytham discovered that Birch was the one who murdered his father, he and his sister killed him in revenge. I believe this was the beginning of his downfall. Templars kill for efficiency, not petty emotions. When he discovered that his son Connor was an assassin working against him in the colonies, the same emotional weakness stayed his blade. A pity Connor did not show him the same mercy.
So yeah, Haytham Kenway was the, as I said, Grandmaster in the New World. His son Connor was the assassin in Assassin's Creed 3. You start off Assassin's Creed 3 thinking you're playing as the assassins, and then you find out, oh, nope, he's actually the bad guy. Whoops. Okay, let's
Shay
continue.
Cormac is an assassin. But he is unlike the ones you have used for your entertainment products in the past. I believe Shay may be the most important assassin who ever lived. Your research will help me achieve something I have wanted for a very long time.
I don't really want to help you,
Shay's
mate.
story may have something to offer you as well.
There's another server we can access to get to the next chunk of Shay's memories.
Excellent.
I'm gonna need the numbskull.
To Emo Borderer, Melanie LeMay, Issues Hitman Altair. Hi Emo, I understand your concerns given that we already passed on several of these historical figures in previous market analysis. Having said that, I think we can use a lot of this data to present these people not as fictional action heroes, as the focus of historical documentaries. After a few iterations, we've come up with this as our best angle. Amid the chaos of the Crusades, one man's moral transgressions tower above all others. Experienced firsthand what it means to be a remorseless killing machine in an age of philosophical turmoil. This could be in a series, something like History's Hitman? Haha, that's turbo lame, but you get the idea. Well, it could be standalone. Maybe this one can be Murder in the Levant or something like that. We're going to commission a few features using these controversial figures for Helix's launch. Let's see how they do, and then we'll discuss continuing the series or trying something else. Thanks for your honest feedback, it's always appreciated.
Back if we're gonna proceed.
Your next task is clear. But please reflect on what we have discussed.
So yeah, Abstergo is a company run by Templars.
Hey, I'm by the elevator. Get over here.
You learn a lot more about this in the Origins trilogy, but Abstergo has made a virtual reality console called the Helix that uses the historical genetic memories. I'm just going to go into here so we don't hear that all over. Uses the historical memories of previous assassins and Templars to basically make video games and other experiences for people. As Templars, they try and make the assassins look evil and the Templars heroic, blah blah blah. As a game based on the assassins as good guys, we see it the other way around.
I got
tired of waiting for Melanie's stupid repair crew, so I got this piece of shit working well enough to get you to the lobby and back. I'll get your Animus prepped while you're downstairs.
Thank you.
I've added the location to the next server on your map. Get going.
I did not. I pressed B instead of A. Yep. Got it.
Shit, I forgot. The server's behind a level 1 security lock.
I have granted you level 1 security clearance. I trust there will be no further delays.
Great, now you can get into the server room. Once you restore the server...
To Jean-Francois Brunet from Melanie LeMay. Trying for the Borgias. Another Templar family. I think focusing on this dysfunctional family life is the wrong track to take. I've modified your initial pitch and I would suggest going for something like this. Rodrigo Borgia's quest to reform the irrational excesses and corruptions of the Catholic Church from its highest office, the papacy. Experienced firsthand his rise, his reforms, and his unlikely death. The program itself is top-notch, so great work. Give my best to your team.
I'll load the next set of Shay's memories to your Animus. Servers, numbskull, servers!
Stop trying to make me go where you want. I'm exploring. I should have access, but I guess not. Okay. We'll do what you want.
And you're in.
There we go. Nice and easy.
All points ready. Begin.
Go, go, go!
Who are you? Don't you touch her!
Oh, for God's sake, restrain him. You, give me the child. Oh, shush now. You're all right.
Elena!
Calm down, Mr. Berg. I promise you I won't hurt your daughter.
Who are you?
Ooh,
My
okay.
name is Warren Vidic. I work for Abstergo Industries. You quit the Uti Yaga regiment and became a freelance mercenary in order to afford better care for Elena's cystic fibrosis. How's that working out for you?
Arkele!
I have an offer for you.
I don't work for people I don't know.
It's not that kind of offer. I'm going to remove an item from my pocket.
What is that?
This little pill? It's actually for her. Go on, little one. Have some medicine.
Stop!
There now. Isn't that better? This pill will cure her. It isn't on the market, but it can be yours if you agree to participate in a little training program I put together.
What does Abstergo need with someone like me?
Oh, you won't be working for Abstergo. However, if you perform, Abstergo could work for you.
I want one thing before I agree.
Name it.
That one there. He upset my daughter.
I understand. Gentlemen, release Mr. Berg. Jenkins, give him your gun.
What?
Now!
Yes, sir.
Satisfied?
It's a start.
Okay. So, Berg is a cold-blooded mercenary killer.
Great job, Numbskull. Data we have is pretty raw, but it's enough to move forward. Get back up here. Double time. It looks like restoring servers also clears the virus from some of the other systems.
You are making excellent progress. I am eager to see what Shay will show us next.
Level 1 clearance will also let you into some of the other parts of the building as well, if you need to stretch your legs in between Animus sessions.
So, yeah. I'm thinking maybe Berg is not actually working for the Templars, and that Vidic pissed him off enough there that he's going to be working against him in secret. But we'll see. Vidic was the main Templar guy in Assassin's Creed 1, and then he came back towards the end in Assassin's Creed 3. Well, this one gets me into here, and that's it, so I can't do anything here yet. Yeah, Vidic, not a nice man. At all.
I can't let you in here. I suggest you move along.
I don't want to get in there. I'm looking for where I can get into with my level 1 clearance. Unless they meant downstairs? 'Cause that's the bathrooms. To Christina Urach, from Melanie LeMay. Subject, Aveline de Grandpré. I'd like to explore the possibility of follow-up to Liberation. We found some footage of Aveline's activities in New England, and it seems clear that she was still very active later in life. Ideally, I'd like a sequel to Liberation or some kind of follow-up, but I understand that's going to take some resources that we don't have right now. A quick fix option is to reuse existing assets and take a more family-friendly angle on a story. From a scrappy servant to a woman of dignity and poise, experience the heartwarming 18th century tale of a young Creole woman as she struggles to find her long-lost mother and heal the wounds of separation forever. Additionally, the liberation of Lady Aveline might open up some revenue for women, which is a demographic I think we've been ignoring for too long now. So yeah, Aveline.
This is a fucking disaster piece.
Aveline is the assassin character from Liberation, which is a very different game that I have played through partially but never actually finished because it was just a little bit too different for me. There are computers in there, but I can't access them yet. Okay. Looks like it's time to go back into the Animus. Here we go. Someone's protecting Shay. British soldiers? New World soldiers?
If I said that was the craziest shit I'd ever seen, would that be the most obvious statement ever?
Shay has been through a severely traumatic experience.
Okay. Second most obvious statement ever.
Continue exploring his memories. The best is yet to come.
What are we going to find out about Shay that this guy is excited about? What did Shay do as an assassin, other than turning Templar, which Haytham already did, that has them so excited?
Hey, good to see you're feeling better.
Thank you.
Mr. Finnegan, was it?
Sweet Mother Mary. Have we taken in the village idiot?
Barry! Remember, Shay, I'm Cassidy, and this is...
Barry!
You've been ill for weeks.
I hate to have been a burden.
See? He's a civilized fella.
Aye, for a clumsy deckhand. Probably fell off his ship half drunk.
Barry!
He's right.
What do y'all want?
What's going on?
Oh boy. This ain't gonna go well, is it? We're in New York.
Wretch, how dare you!
Shut up, woman. Leave her alone.
Now what are you going on about?
Stay out of this, you fool!
Well, I was going to, but... Now you've made things personal.
No mother will mourn.
There we go.
And don't come back! Thank you, Shay. In my younger days, I could have taken them one-handed.
Why were these men bothering you?
Ah, the usual. They feel they're owed money because they're not harming citizens. Mark me words, those gangs are going to be the downfall of this city.
Wait here, I have something for you. It won't do you any good walking around Starkers. Here, try these on. They were our sons.
Why, that looks very similar to an assassin's
if you're looking
outfit.
for trouble, you'll be needing these.
Thank you.
We may have been ill for weeks, but we are barely walking. We are not in good shape.
Don't you look a right gentleman?
Gas.
Did I have a book with me?
Just those peculiar weapons.
Thank you both. If you'll excuse me. The manuscript is at the bottom of the Atlantic.
It's probably for the best, honestly.
You again! You'll regret this! The Finnegans are dead! Hear me? Dead! Putting your nose in other people's business ain't nice! You picked the wrong side!
Got him.
What have you and your friends got against the Finnegans?
I got no gripe. My boss sent me over.
Ah, and where's he set up?
You can't miss it. There's always black smoke rising from the courtyard of that building.
I'm guessing that one over there then. Okay, let's take a look at our map, shall we? Oh goody, that's exactly where we're heading. Oh wow, this is a large area. I guess it is New York. I don't think I can blame all of the jankiness on being an ultra wide though. all the A poses and T poses and random sliding on the ground instead of animations. That guy was running very fast. Lower Manhattan, Waterfront, Sylvester's Farm, East Village, King's Farm. Okay. So we will definitely be exploring a lot more of this. But for now, we'll just go for the sync point. And then we'll continue the story a bit.
A good day's hunting.
So that map is just somewhere in here. There we go. Wow, that really didn't unfog much, did it? This is actually like a City of Old almost. Lots of sync points all over. Small bits of mapping unlocked. I like. This part feels like it's going to be similar to the early Assassin's Creed games. But we'll see. Oh, there's a ladder on that one too. Whoops. There we go. I promise we're not going to spend the next hour and a half exploring. Okay, that's a lie. We probably will spend a good portion of it exploring. But it's not going to be the only thing we do. We're just going to clear this little area and then work our way back to the objective. And we're going to try not to get too distracted. I cannot make any large promises on it though. Because this is the part of Assassin's Creed and any open world game that really drives that itch for me. Well, that didn't work. That did. Damn it, Shay. Shay, come on. I just asked you to walk down the corridor. Okay, better. We get that one, that one, that one, and then we come into here. Okay. Easy done. You're moving quite spry for someone that's been in bed for 3 weeks, Shay. But as a gameplay element, I do much prefer that. Because otherwise I would be wandering slowly around and not being able to do any of this. That has been done in Assassin's Creed games before. There we go. Now for the sea shanty. We're making good progress. Though I'm not really getting into any combat portions at the moment. Which I know is another area that people like about the Assassin's Creed games. Oh, that worked. Okay, I've gotten close enough to get my objective. But you are too far away. Jinglies will hide and try to ambush you, but you can counter their attacks. Listen for whispers which will reveal the presence of a captain hiding nearby. Use Eagle Vision to locate them via the danger compass. The compass will fill up as you get closer to your target. Oh, they're using the Assassin's logo for their banner. Interesting.
Down! Now! Don't make this difficult for yourselves.
Whoops. Well, I got shot, but I killed him. It does not seem very right that the assassins would be going after how do I phrase this? Protection money.
That will help us smoke.
Be at ease, Master Cormac. We are friends. The Finnegans were worried you might take matters into your own hands. I am Colonel George Monroe.
Colonel?
I came to help, but I see I am late. Thank you for dealing with these foul criminals.
Like, those A-posters can't be out of the normal field of view, right?
What do you care? You redcoats are nothing but landlords. The townsfolk here are grinding away, trying to make a living.
I cannot blame you for having that impression. Some of my comrades have been less than helpful. But I take a different approach.
And what is that?
I care. I want to see these colonists safe and prosperous.
Noble words.
Perhaps actions will convince you otherwise, Master Cormac.
Here. Reclaim what they have stolen. Now let us use some of that money for the good of the city.
Oh yes, 110. Wait, that's gonna be useful.
To trust me, Master Cormac.
You said you were a friend of the Finnegans.
I am. Their late son worked for me. You are much like him.
How so?
He cared, and he wanted to do good by the people. We shared a dream, he and I, that of making the world a better place. Mere survival is not enough. Full bellies, warm clothing. Freedom from want is the greatest freedom of all.
It almost sounds like you have goodwill towards the people you govern.
I do not govern, Master Cormac. I merely assist.
Yeah, you're definitely a Templar.
It is your duty as citizens to keep your stocks and bilboes in top condition.
See this neglected edifice, Master Cormac? We can make it better. Urban renewal is a new science, but one that has already proven effective on the continent. I've arranged for resources. Use them to improve that building.
Renovations. Why is renovations got a lowercase r in that title? That's annoying. Renovations are a major source of income. You need to acquire the necessary resources before performing them.
I suspect New York will prosper under your watch, Master Cormac. You can do great things for this city and its citizens. After all, a man needs purpose. Farewell for now, Master Cormac.
Yeah, I got shot. Whoops. Okay, back to exploring.
Colonel strikes me as an honorable man. Someone who wants to do what's right. And he may have a point. With everything that has happened. With what I've done. I can't change the past. But maybe there's a future for me here. And maybe, just maybe, I can do what's right this time. I should head back to the Finnegans. Let them know I'm fine.
Yeah, we will. In a little bit. I have a bit more exploring to do in this area. Just one of the 5 regions. We will get to the other regions soon enough. So yeah, there's the border there. So grab this. That's a nice way of travel.
We're ready and willing to do some good work, kind sir.
What do you need? Yep, sure. So you don't actually need money for these, just resources. Even though it's right there, I'm going to limit myself so I don't go rampant by only getting the ones that are in this area. Stalkers hide and wait and try to attack unseen. You can fight them if you block their attack, or use firecrackers to draw them out. You can also use the compass and eagle vision to point you to the closest stalker or captain. A stalker is nearby. Use eagle vision to locate the stalker. If stalkers see you first, they will attack. Come on, Shay. There we go. Oh. Interesting. So even though it's technically in the borders of Greenwich, it counts as Lower Manhattan. Okay. That's whatever. You did not have any sleeping darts. That's unfortunate. Okay, so just these items left and then we can head over here. See, that's not too bad. Shay, I'm telling you to run up this clearly designed ramp, not run into the wall. Ooh. That was a rough move. And once again, no sleeping dart. Would really like some sleeping darts, thanks. Okay, we're going to that one. Need to mark it because it's pointing me to that one as well. There we go. I mean, probably could have just scaled the entire wall, but where's the fun in that? Got to explore in an Assassin's Creed game. Nice. Almost done with my collecting. Ah, it's up here. Right. Of course it is. But no one's afraid of heights. Because Shay is definitely not. Please don't try this at home, it will not work the way you expect it to. You will be badly injured or even killed. Nope, I am just running. Now you, on the other hand, you were just in my way. I could have gone around, but this was the direct route. It's what Shay would do. He is not happy with anyone in orange. Actually, it's probably not what Shay would do, because Shay would like to not take any more lives. But oh well. It's what I want to do. As Shay.
Shay? Colonel Monroe told us what happened.
You, sir, are a fool. But thanks.
Master Cormac, I am sorry to bother you when you were barely out of your sick bed.
No, I've had enough of being cooped up.
Then perhaps you could get a friend of mine out of trouble. He discovered a nest of criminals developing strange weapons. Look at these. Bullets as loud and bright as firecrackers. If we might have a moment alone. His name is Christopher Gist. And he might be in over his head. I fear these brutes will hang him like a dog.
I will not let those outlaws have another victim.
Good. The villains are entrenched at Old Fort Arsenal. I have urgent business in Albany. Please tell Master Gist to join me there.
Did you hear, dearie? They are hanging a man in the Old Fort.
Oh. 'Twould be a shame to miss that.
Oh, we are on time. Okay, let's go. Yep, I know. That's why I swapped to it.
Stop! Let's have a time. Oi! Oh! I mean... Stop, you! You can't just leave! Stop! Stop! Catch him!
Well, yep, that's a fail. Okay. I actually need to be stealthy in this one. Got it.
Did you hear, dearie? They are hanging a man in the old fort.
Oh, twould be a shame.
Stop! What? You will not slip away. This bastard nicked what we rightfully stole. Let's say
These ruffians are part of the same gang who made trouble for the Finnegans. These ruffians are part of the same gang who made trouble for the Finnegans.
Christopher Guest. I'm Shay Cormac.
John! But what are you doing here? Don't mind me asking.
The Colonel sent me.
Aha!
There we go.
Good show, Shay. Ran them right out of their own den.
Well, I was looking for a new place to live.
Well, don't put your name on the door yet. There may be a few men left on their ship. Look, the bird is nested right over there.
The Morrigan. What is she doing there? That's my ship, friend. Begging your pardon, but I must go fetch her back from those louts.
Oh, wait! I can hardly let you do that alone.
Help me if you can, then.
Do I still get to shoot a third barrel?
Keep your wits about you, Shay. Criminals are everywhere.
I do.
And most of them look just like law-abiding citizens.
And they've been harassing the people who've nursed me back to health.
Sounds like good folks.
They are. Perhaps you know them. Barry and Cassidy Finnegan.
I've never met them, but I knew their son. Careful now. These ruffians can be anywhere. You can draw them out by making noise.
Oh, I've got something better than that.
Well, you seem to be more than capable of taking care of this matter.
You've already given me this tutorial.
I shall find a new crew for your vessel, in case you have to leave post-haste.
Got you, boy!
Ooh. That really is brutal.
help!
Whoops. That is step number 3. Where do we start back? You gonna be in here still? You are. Yep, good. That's what I need. Hey there, fella. You're now dead. As are you. Ah, you're gonna be in here, aren't you? Pick me up, will ya? Let's go. Oh, don't need to go that far. Okay. We still had our assassin flag on there, which probably explains where they got the symbol from. Nope. I am amazed I did not die.
I got you, boy!
Yeah, you really don't. Give me back the ammo I just shot you with, will ya? No? Okay, where's the last one hiding? In here?
I got you!
There we go. Done.
She's a fine ship. And true to my word, I found a crew for her. I did leave one position unfilled, though. Tell me, Shay, do you have a first mate?
He's long gone.
Then I apply for the post, Captain.
Welcome aboard.
As your first mate, may I suggest our next destination? The Colonel will be expecting me to report back.
My thoughts exactly. Colonel Monroe said he'd be in Albany.
Splendid!
Just casually walking through the deck there. Okay, so we can now, if we want to, leave. But I'm afraid to say, people, we're not going to do that. We are 100% going to go exploring the area. Because that's what I like to do. The story can wait a bit. Okay, there don't appear to be any sync points in that one, which is interesting. Maybe one will open once I take out the gang's headquarters. East Village. King's Farm. Really? There we go. They should kill each other. Okay, another death. Tonight is just full of deaths.
Death from above!
You definitely might actually be assassins. Interesting. I don't like that I'm working with the British here. Not because I have anything against the British in general, but because within this universe the British are basically Templar dogs.
I can shoot him! He's in my sight! Clear shot! I can shoot him! Catch up with you one way or another! March forward!
Okay, there we go. Now I just need to cut down the flag and I'm good to go.
To invent.
Okay, there we go, and I'm guessing one of these, no, that just opened it up for me. Okay. I was gonna say, I'm guessing one of these renovations is a sync point, but apparently not. Okay. So given that general area, we'll run up, round, back down, yep. And we'll end back up in this area. Sounds good. Yeah, so that line there marks the boundary. Okay. You may be wondering why I killed you. Because you were there and you were wearing an orange coat. That's all there is to it. That's also why, because you have people like this one who will just ambush me. You know, I'm just minding my own business, and you come along and attack me.
Now you see me?
Okay, wasn't what I was intending to do, but I'll take it. Yeah, didn't think I'd be able to get that. Okay. Nice. Next up, a treasure map. I don't know if you were going to attack me or not, but now you're dead.
That's the way.
Templar map in River Valley. Aletta. Okay. We're making some good quick work of this, which is nice. Not a bad haul, almost 1,000 quid. As you see, they were still using British currency back in this time. They hadn't yet developed the American dollar. There's a reason it's called the colonial era. Okay. What did I make for you guys here? All I know is there's now a lot of you guards here. Just, is it just a fishing hole? It looks like it's just a fishing hole. Another Viking sword. The idea of those Viking swords somehow recombining to be a big weapon still makes no sense to me, but... There we go. Unfortunately for you, Mr. Fox, I need your materials. Really wish I didn't have to do that, but... Yep, let's repair you as well. Excellent. I think I'm gonna be getting that sea shanty pretty much fast. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Do I have anywhere soft to land? I do not. I'll just take the 4 damage. It's okay. Come on, you're attacking me even though she clearly jumped out and attacked me. Oh well. Your loss. Oh, I don't need to change the map for the next one because it's right there. It's a two-story manor house, but the stories are a bit bigger than what we're used to in the modern day. Well, maybe three-story if you include the attic here. Next up. We're actually pretty close to having this area cleared already. It didn't take long at all. There we go. Next up is the chest in here. Let's have a bit of fun. Oh, there goes one of them. Ooh, they got a stalker out of the way for me. Nothing to see here, boys. Won't lie, feels good to be taking them out too. Give me all your ammo, please. I don't know why exactly you had berserk darts, but yes, all your ammo, please.
I got you.
No, you don't. I almost feel bad for all the literal ladies that I'm killing right now. But the game's not really giving me much of a choice. It's either that or they kill me. Goodbye. Up here.
Oi, Paul! You're time to die. Let him think he's missing us. Surprise him.
There we go. We should just leave this little thing and then the shanty. And then we will head back to the story. I would love to continue exploring and unlocking more of New York, but there's a lot more of that to do out in the wide open world as well. I assume a lot more is going to open up as well at some point, because I'm only at 10%, but I've renovated 4 of what is, I assume, 10 buildings that I can renovate. So I assume at some point in the story it's going to open up even more. Okay. Excellent. Let us move on. Harbour Master,
What do you be needing
what
today?
can you do for me? Yes, please, unlock those. Yep, let's grab that upgrade. And that one. And that one. Okay, our weapons are a bit better now. I do need to work on that as well. I don't want to sell all of it. That's enough. Build more space for more crew. I'll do for now. Morrigan is now much more fearsome of a ship.
My thanks for your trust, Captain.
Okay. Let's continue with the story, shall we?
Captain at the helm!
River Valley is apparently where we need to go. So that's where we will go.
The Colonel waits on Albany. I wonder what he has in mind for us to do next.
Us? I thought you just wanted to check in with Monroe. Not sign me up for the army.
Not at all, Shay. But I admire the Colonel's ideas and want to make them happen.
What kind of ideals?
Secure borders, prosperous farms, fair trade. We need those in these wretched colonies.
Sounds like a high-minded utopia.
It rather does. Want to help make it happen?
Colonel Monroe is an intriguing man, and he certainly seems honorable. We'll head for Albany. After that, I'll see.
Splendid. Full sail ahead, lads!
Pretty sure Albany is an area I've been to before. It is. I do apparently have some new things I can take on there. I also have a bunch of other stuff that I can do over here. There's a lot to do all over the place. We'll get there. The only problem is I don't think we'll get through it all before we get through the story itself. Not unless we dedicate entire streams to just clearing off side areas.
Proud on every inch of sail.
Oh, Captain Baker, how do you stow your cargo? Some I stow forward and some I stow after.
Blues up, these are sticks.
More below, boys.
Hello, Albany. I'm back.
Hold down and glue up.
And there we go. Just stop. Wait for it to get a little bit closer before I do this. Excellent, I actually timed that right.
In good health, I see.
Thanks to the captain here.
'Tis a fine vessel, Captain Cormac.
Thank you, Colonel Monroe.
Master Gist, did you learn more about our conspirators and their new weapons?
Well, only that their base of operations is a French fort further downriver.
It's a little close for comfort, isn't it?
If the French have installed a fort in our territory, they are likely preparing an assault. New York could burn. Will you join us, Master Cormac?
Aye. Enough innocents have died already.
Might I suggest we improve our vessel? The Morrigan is good, but with a few more supplies, she could be unstoppable. And there's a French outpost nearby I happen to know.
Oh, we're gonna go pillaging? We're gonna go pillaging. Let's see what happens. I want to... I'm guessing I can't do that now while I'm in the mission. Okay.
What sort of business are the French up to there? Just occupying the territory?
It is an economic incursion more than a geographical one. Some of the ruffians are sponsored by enemies of the colonies. They intend to undermine local authorities.
I've heard they steal from civilians.
Icebreaker aim gives you the ability to charge at enemy ships for massive damage. Hold L trigger and tap A to charge.
We sell essential goods for 10 times the price.
It's always the little fella who gets skinned.
Ready to fire, Captain!
Colonel, you and Gist here seem inspired. Is there something in the water? Or the whiskey?
Now why do you say that, Mr. Cormac?
I think Shay here is
She's weakest
skeptical
right
about our
there, sir.
intentions towards our fellow man.
I understand, but there is no need. I simply want these colonies to be a place of safety, development, and purpose.
Funny. I thought rich men wanted them to be a place of profit.
I am not a rich man, Master Cormac. Money is a means to an end, not an end in and of itself.
Says you. I think it's a fine end to a game of cards.
Really? Why didn't you die? There we go. Got payback. Oh boy. Strangling him to death. I didn't even mean to attack you, honestly. But you're mine now. Sweet. Looks like I finally unlocked the ability to send out fleets.
You have your orders!
On your mark, Captain!
Oh no, I'm wanted. Whatever will I do? I'll take it out, that's what I'll do.
Got them! Get them along! Doubts on same!
Bring them up tight! Captain has the helm!
Talk to me, will ya? Let's go deal with this little hamlet. Because there's apparently a few things to do here. Oh hey, this environment seems very reused.
Alors, que se passe-t-il encore?
Messieurs, ouvrez l'œil, il y a un meurtrier dans les parages.
Sorry, I don't speak French.
Je suis prêt à faire feu.
Well, it'd be cool if I did speak French. I'd probably understand what they were saying, but I don't. So instead, I'm gonna murder everyone. Who needs soldiers, right? When I can just murder them all. Good luck getting that bell, I already cut his tongue out. One more. There we go. Okay, now we can explore. Ah, there's another one. I guess I need to go take him out as well. This is actually a fairly large area. Now, how do I get out of this fort? I assume I need to climb trees back over. And then I screw it up because I missed jump. That's alright. Okay. What'd we get this time? It's a letter. And an ominous circle of guards that don't mean much to me. Teaching you that you can hide in wells, but I already knew that. That's gonna be fun. I'm gonna have to run all the way back down there, aren't I? I could run back now for it, but... Yeah, I should be able to climb this one by myself. Yep, there we go. Oh, poor Woofy. You attacked me. Which means your resources are now mine. Probably should have taken a look at who you were attacking before you did so.
Hey! Hold him over!
Hey, there you go, citizens. You're free.
Je n'aurais jamais cru dire ça à un parfait étranger, mais je vous dois la vie.
Very good. I totally know what you just said. Come on, there we go. Thank you. Okay, so how are we gonna make it up there? Right here. Maybe. Yes. There we go. I sort of missed the days when you actually had to do a puzzle to get this. It wasn't just use the eagle vision, suddenly you know where it is, but actually had to work for it. Now what? I wanna, seeing as how it seems to be on the same continent, I wanna go see if I can deal continent. Same landmass. A little bit small to be a continent. Let's see if I can go take this supply camp and what it's about. Got it. I was calling it quid, but it's apparently called pounds here. See ya. I'm out of here. Just gonna kill a couple more of you on my way out. Why? Because I can. You saw nothing? Now you may be wondering, why do I not just take that boat back to my ship? Because I missed an animus fragment all the way back towards the starting area. Sorry, Mr. Wolf, but you left me no choice. Oh hey, you don't know who I am anymore. Never mind, you do. Now why would you be attacking a poor citizen? It's not very friendly of you. Okay, there we are. The errant fragment that I was silly and missed. I need to come around here to get it. There we go. Let's continue with the story. I got distracted by that longer than I should have. And all because I accidentally attacked the ship. There's another supply camp right there. But that's not where we're going. Where are we going? Up there. Okay. So I need to turn around
Flotsam, sir.
Go back up that little aisle there.
Loose all and trim sharp to the wind.
Loose sails! Let's catch the wind!
Fire!
I didn't want to attack you guys, but you're not giving me a choice.
On your mark,
There we go. Like, I didn't try and do this to you guys. You made me. Nice. Not so nice.
He's getting away. Must I do everything here?
Okay. What went wrong there? First I countered him and he knocked me away. Then I tried to break his defense and he got away, and he still got an attack in and managed to kill me. At least that area is not done. What are those side activities? I don't know.
What sort of business are the French up to there? Just occupying the territory?
It is an economic incursion more than a geographical one. Some of the ruffians are sponsored by enemies of the colonies. They intend to undermine local authorities.
I've heard they steal from civilians and resell essential goods for 10 times the price.
It's always the little fella who gets skinned.
Flotsam, sir.
Colonel, you and Gist here seem inspired. Is there something in the water? Or in the whiskey?
Now why do you say that,
Cargo
Mr.
for the
Cormac?
taking.
I think Shay here is skeptical about our intentions towards our fellow man.
We bear
I
him down on
understand, but there is no need. I simply want these colonies to be a place of safety, development, and purpose.
That's all good and well, but I have another settlement to deal with before I continue on with the story. Don't worry, I just killed a guard. There's more guards swarming. I'm just gonna peacefully take in my surroundings. Gone are the days where I had to worry about hiding bodies. I probably should still worry about that, but I don't. Because it's largely not an issue anymore.
Je l'ai en visée. Je crois que je peux l'atteindre. Il est aligné, chien.
Oh cool, that was the captain.
Je peux l'abattre. On avance notre magnifique bâtiment. Par ici. Là.
Devinez qui doit se coltiner le sale travail, c'est moi.
Il vite, derrière lui. Attaquez ensemble. On ne se laissera pas tirer.
There we go. Dealt with. As a couple of smoke bombs, but dealt with.
Hé, là-bas, halte!
And run away. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Already gotten that one. Time to do some cleanup, and then I promise we will continue with the story. He says for the third or fourth time tonight at least. It's just in my nature. When I've got a open world game like this, I have to try and collect everything. Just climb the damn pole, Shay. What the hell was that?
What in the name of our good king was he doing?
Ooh boy. Really? Really, Shay? I was asking you to climb the tree, and instead you jump out of it. Thank you.
All I'm saying is, lining up like we do, fire musket.
Sorry, mate. Didn't mean to do that. Ooh, there is a chest all the way out there. Nice. That's actually getting to be some decent rewards. If I use you to cross the river, where are you taking me? I'm curious. Oh, you took me to my destination. Okay. Cool. I guess I can use you once I'm done here. Which there's not too much to do here. I just need to get up on top of this here. Oh, the renovation bar shows here too. Okay. So it's not just gonna be New York, there's gonna be some other hub cities, I'm guessing.
Let us hold that man!
There you go, citizen.
Je n'aurais jamais cru dire ça à un parfait étranger, mais je vous dois la vie.
Again, I'm afraid I don't know what you're saying, but you're welcome.
S'il vous plaît, aidez-moi, vite!
Puisses-tu brûler en enfer, vipère!
3-on-1, not very fair, is it?
Je vous serai à jamais reconnaissant, monsieur.
Okay, one last thing to do on this island. I need to reach this chest all the way out here. Ah, so that's why they put the chest out here.
Johnny McClack was supposed to be victory! A hard won victory! Is a victory! This is one for you, man! This is one for you, man! For the king! By getting rolling drunk! Victory!
Well, that was easy. They just did not pay attention to me at all. I don't feel like I really need to be rewarded for that. But I'll take it. Huh. It's a pretty little area. Now to figure out how to get up there. Yeah, okay. That's how. Hey, Lockcliff is done. Really? Why is fast travel unavailable? That's not very nice. Let's not just run blindly in that direction. Because there's an ocean between us. Oh, big river. We'll instead run for this little marker over here, which will take us across the river to our final destination. Because for some reason I can't fast travel right now.
Keep your brown bess on your shoulder while you march. The most reliable firearm.
So my May officers just on my way through. I won't be hurting anyone. Unless they make me.
I remember when I was in Rome.
Okay. To our destination. Tally ho. Well, not really what I was intending, but it'll do.
Si ces criminels persistent à nous défier, nous leur montrerons ce que signifie la justice française.
Okay. Come on, let me climb, please. There we go. Good, another sync one. Okay, now how am I going to infiltrate this place? Surely it won't be as simple as... No. Okay.
Lefebvre, Marcelin est en train de dégueuler sa vie. Je te colle sa patrouille. Arrête de gueuler, Landry. Fais ta patrouille, on en reparlera demain. Ça marche.
Okay, so I need to be stealthy here.
Lefebvre, Marcelin est en train de dégueuler sa vie. Je te colle sa patrouille.
Okay. Holder is over there. What is in the area? Chest, prosperity, fragment, chest. No chest up there. Another chest down there. Okay.
Spécial, on dit. Ça marche. Arrangez votre tremblé. Réveille-le s'il dort encore. Toi, arrête-toi.
Well, that's that plan. Water.
Arrête de gueuler, Landry. Fais ta patrouille, on en reparlera demain. Ça marche. Va rejoindre Tremblay. Réveille-le s'il dort encore. Lefebvre, Marcelin est en train de dégueuler sa vie. Je te colle sa patrouille. Ça marche. Va rejoindre Tremblay. Réveille-le s'il dort encore.
Okay.
Arrête.
Donc je me suis enrôlé pour une autre année.
Vraiment? Attends. C'était quoi ça?
C'était quoi ça?
C'était rien que ton imagination. Arrête de gueuler, Landry. Fais ta patrouille, on en reparlera demain.
Prosperity's over there. Come on, a little bit closer.
Ça marque. Va rejoindre Tremblay. Réveille-le.
Spoils here at the very least.
There we go. Easy done.
Arrête-toi! Laisse-toi saigner! Je suis trop jeune pour mourir!
And that is why you don't mess with an assassin. Especially not a rogue assassin. I'm not gonna hurt you, mate. I'm not here for you. You aren't even on my radar. I don't hurt innocents, just soldiers who are innocents.
Hé, halte! J'ai adoré ça, je le sens.
There we go.
Arrête. Il faut tout pour faire un monde, paraît-il. Non, pitié, reviens, espèce de lâche. Reviens, espèce de lâche. Reviens ici. Je crois pouvoir nous échapper. Halte, on ne bouge plus. Déjà un pied dans la tête. Je peux l'avoir.
Cool. Well, there he's dead. I do like the ripped up. It is a cool idea. Okay, there we go. I'm not gonna hurt any of you guys. You're all just innocent civilians.
Arrête-toi! Oui, toi! Reviens ici. Tu ne peux pas t'enfuir. Reviens ici. Reviens ici.
Okay, what's left? Got this one, and we've got a few other things around. But first off, the Endless Fragment. And they're done. There we go.
Je sais pas ce que j'aurais fait sans vous, cher monsieur.
Easy done. Okay, we got this chest over here, and we got that little area, that chest, and then we're done. What horrible event is going on in that area, I wonder. Probably another 3v1. Because they never actually vary it up that much. You guys need to stop cringing. I'm not gonna kill you. I will maybe kill something else though if this game keeps being so shifty.
Allez, au secours, s'il vous plaît!
There we go. Welcome to the crew. Can I get some ammo back, please? Apparently not. That's okay. Grab this chest over here that I missed on my first run through. And we're done with this island, I'm pretty sure. So it says we're not.
Everything you need from nature's garden. Here, good coat.
Okay. Let's see. Maybe it'll be done once I get back to my ship.
Let's use those materials. We will need more powerful guns before we approach that fort. Go to your cabin to arrange the work.
Missed a bit of dialogue there, but nothing major. Cool, I can get that in now. What do you want me to upgrade? Ooh. Sweet. Finally unlocked the mortar. And now we have even more crew. Give me more mortar shots, please. And even more mortar shots. Take some more puckle gun ammo. Okay, I think that's all we're getting upgraded right now. Maybe I have to capture the fort before I can send them out on voyages.
Splendid! That fort and the defenders will tremble before the Morrigan.
It's the captain's
Your ship is in fine form, Master Cormac. That fort should offer little resistance.
I rather hope the frogs offer some, else this will be a dull day.
Where are we going? Right, because they expected me to be here already. But I'm not.
Wish for battle, Master Gist. There is plenty around here for any of our lifetimes.
Besides, if we find the fort's commander, the French will surrender, no?
Indeed, that is a sensible strategy. But we will have to wear down the fort's defenses. Otherwise,
We will be taking this fort, and then I think we'll be wrapping up there for the night, because we have done our normal stream time. And I have work in the morning.
I don't like that wind, sir!
But I'm not going to stop us mid-story mission.
Flotsam, sir. Could be valuable cargo.
Mont Saint-Denis, home to masons and the rock they cut.
There's definitely stuff over there that I want to do, but not right now. Story missions.
There's our target.
Mortar. LB RT. Okay, that's what I was looking for.
Knock her down like a game of nine pins.
Begin by hitting her towers.
As the colonel says.
Hey! Awaiting orders, sir. Fire! That's their weak spot. Take the shot, sir.
Fire! Fire! Fire!
That's got them.
Fire! Fire! Fire!
Catch
Fire! Fire! Fire!
Incoming fire!
Warship closing on us, sir. Schooner, sir. Looks like French vessels. They have help, Captain.
Fasten yourselves!
Taking damage here! That's got them!
Fire!
Right there, sir.
Ready! Fire!
Oh, I'm already out of mortar. Okay. That's what's going on.
They have reinforcements, sir.
The wind is picking up.
More enemy ships, Captain.
There we go. We got it. I thought I had extra mortar shot because I just upgraded it and upgraded the ammo, but I did not.
Get the mainsails into the wind!
Superb. Now find the fort commander.
As a result, that went a bit riskier than I would have liked.
That cliff will smash us, sir.
Oh look, these are 100% reused from Black Flag. Like not even slightest bit dissimilar. Wow, you're not gonna leave me anyone left in the fort, are you? Thank you.
Le chasseur.
Hello, Commander.
It has been so long. Were you on a special mission?
Yes. From Achilles.
How interesting. So am I.
Don't make me do this, Le Chasseur.
Do what? Assassinate me? I thought that was your specialty.
We can both just leave.
Ah, but then I would tell your brothers that you are alive. You have to kill me, say.
I'll catch up with you one way or another. Mark my word.
Well, there we go. Le Chasseur is down.
You are always good at your business, Shay.
As were you. Tell me, what are you doing inland?
Special weapons. Poisonous gases to use against colonial authorities. I am merely a deliveryman.
So you're working for the British.
And may your final delivery be swift.
Which means both sides are working for the British? That doesn't seem right. That was all one big... Okay. Well, of course. We've taken that region. Awesome. What am I missing there? I'm missing one event of some sort. And I have no idea what that event symbol means. Unless I'm missing something, it does not appear to be in there either. So, I guess for now, we
The
will...
Chasseur was right. I had no other choice. If the assassins find out I'm alive, they'll come after me. Yeah.
Well, that answers that question, I guess. I was wondering how much completion we managed tonight.
We've got these rapscallions on the run,
And
but we
apparently,
can't rest yet.
the answer is 11%. Because we started at 14% and that just said we reached 25%. Bear with me just a few moments longer while I finish cleaning up this area.
Keep your brown vest on your shoulder.
Okay. Fort LaCroix. Done.
Rapscallions on the run, but we can't rest yet.
So I'm gonna get back to my ship. And then we're gonna call it a night.
We've got these rapscallions on the run, but we can't rest yet.
Right after I hopefully have the money to restock.
What's on your mind, Captain?
Yes, please, Phil. Excellent.
Rum bit of business, that.
Hey, we can access the fleet now. Yeah, sure, I'll take that for now. So, the idea here and this is why I won't be doing this on screen after this, because it is very slow and very loud. But this is basically another way to get a bunch of passive resources. You secure the routes, and then you send off a ship, generally the smallest one that will get the reward. And there's apparently 33 of them total. So see, I can send this one without securing the route. And it will take 9 minutes, but that's okay. We'll send Sussex off, and that's both of the missions underway. So when I come back on Thursday, I will have some rewards there for me. Okay, crafting upgrades. Is there anything that I can make? I doubt it, but just to be safe. I can make ammunition, which I don't really need. Okay. So, with that, thank you everyone who stayed around tonight. Thank you everyone who's just popping in now. We are unfortunately ending for the night, but I appreciate you all coming in. I hope you have a great rest of the night, rest of your day if you're overseas. And I'll be back tomorrow. Hey Fishy, welcome back in. Sorry, long time no see, but I'm glad you're here. But yeah, I've been gone for 2.5 hours. It's time for me to stop for the night. Okay, hope you all have a great day ahead. I'll catch you later. Ta-ta.